Hello, my name is Lucas. This is A Bit of Lit, and I thought I would do a book haul because I've been going back to the library for good. I had my first day of work in the office. There were no classes today, for me anyway. Some of my colleagues had class, but anyway, I read 9 books at work because I didn't have a whole lot to do. I did do some lesson plans for a class I'll have Sunday and did a few other things, but then, I didn't have anything to do really, but I was told I should familiarize myself with a lot of the books in the library because I will be in the library a lot, helping kids pick their books and taking tests on them and discussing the books with them. So if I know the books, or I know a book that they might like based on their reaction to whatever book they read, or any combination of variables, I suppose, it would be good to know, have at least a passing knowledge of the books or the series that are in the library. So yeah, I will talk about those for Friday Reads, but I'm on my phone, so I read 9 books and remember them all. And I'll have to use my camera to record that so I can, this book and this book and this book. But there are 3 books that I did not read. They're a little bit longer, that I plan to talk about now and read in, I don't know, the next week or so. I'm a pretty quick reader. A lot of the books I did read were, very young. They were like 30 pages, a lot of pictures, not a whole lot of text. It's not anything amazing that I did. I did read Because of Winn-Dixie, which is quite long, but especially compared to the other ones. But anyway, these ones are longer than Because of Winn-Dixie, which is not a bad book, by the way. Anyway, I watched this movie last year with my girlfriend, and she doesn't seem to remember that, even though I told her everything about it. She can't remember. Anyway, that would be Neil Gaiman's Coraline. I've heard that it's different than the movie in that, what's Wybie, I think is the boy's character. He was invented, you can see the ring light that I'm using. He was invented for the movie, so she's not just talking to herself. I don't know if there's any other differences, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I don't really care for Neil Gaiman, but I saw it and I thought, it won't take me very long to read. I can read it at home, and then I will know this book. I know the movie, but, and I just wanted to give Neil Gaiman another shot, because I guess I like his, persona. He seems like a sweet guy in public and all that, but his writing doesn't really do it for me. But I've never read this book. I know it's a young adult book. That's all right, no big deal. I will be reading this soon, and maybe I'll talk about it for Friday Reads or something, or maybe I'll do a review for it. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to jump back on the Roald Dahl bandwagon because I read my first book, James and the Giant Peach, of his, which I had seen the movie long ago, and I've seen this movie, and it was a childhood favorite of mine, and that would be Matilda. I'm covering the sticker just for reasons, in case you're wondering, why does he keep covering the sticker? So you don't know. Anyway, this is a 5.0 level book, which is, I guess, grade equivalent 5th grade, and this is 5.1, so 5th grade and 1 month. Anyway, back to Matilda. Yeah, it's about a young girl who likes to read. She's very intelligent, and all the adults in her life, much like it seems like every Roald Dahl book, from what I've heard, are just awful. Matilda's parents have called her some terrible things. The truth is, she's a genius, and they're the stupid ones. Find out how she gets the better of them and her spiteful headmistress, Miss Trunchbull, as well as discovering that she has a very special power. Cheat, stupid, ignorant, liar. Looking forward to this. Hoping I will like it. as much as James and the Giant Peach, maybe more. I always loved Matilda. And, the actress, I follow her on Twitter sometimes, and she's a nice person, it seems like it anyway. So yeah, and then of course there is the Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, which is the first book. I did not know that. I thought it was like a different book entirely, but it's the first book in the series. We've got a queen here, 5.4, 4 months into 5th grade, I guess. I'm gonna bring another book eventually, maybe next week after I finish these, that I have heard is a nightmare to read. And it is a 4th grade level reading book, 4.4. We will see that next week probably, or 2 weeks, I don't know. Yeah, Silver Apple, we see the reflection here. Pretty nice art, I think. I've never read this. I've watched, again, the movies that came out, 15 years ago? Oh my gosh. Maybe 10 years ago. And yeah, I don't know what this one's about, but looks pretty cool. Narnia, that's Secret Passage to the House Next Door leads to a fascinating adventure. Narnia, where the woods are thick and cool, where talking beasts are called to life. A new world where the adventure begins. Diggory and Polly meet and become friends. One cold, wet summer in London. Their lives burst into adventure when Diggory's Uncle Andrew, who thinks he's a magician, sends them hurtling to somewhere else. They find their way to Narnia, newborn from the Lion Song, and encounter the evil sorceress Jadis before they finally return home. Enter this enchanted world countless times in the Chronicles of Narnia. There are 7 books in all. The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy, Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, and The Last Battle. And yeah, actually, you know what? I did try to read this a couple of years ago, and I just stopped. I got like 5 pages in. I said, I'll read this later, and then I put it down. At my other job, which I was in the library for, and just to read the back of this one. Not since Narnia, what do you know? Not since Narnia has the simple act of opening a door unlocked such a fantastic journey. Yeah, because Coraline opens a door and finds this fantasy world. When Coraline steps through a door to find another house strangely similar to her own, only better. Bit subjective there, really, I think. Things seem marvelous, but there's another mother there, and another father, and they want her to stay and be their little girl. They want to change her, and never let her go. Coraline will have to fight with all her wits and courage if she is to save herself and return to her ordinary life. So yeah, there's that. I don't mind reading books for kids. If they are good books, I just threw them on the bed. But if they're good books, I will still enjoy them as an adult. That's how I feel. If they're not good books, well, then I just spent a short amount of time because they're easy to read. No big deal. And I will know. And I will, again, I'm reading these things for work. So, and for pleasure. Benefit in a lot of ways. Anyway, looking forward to those. I will be back to talk about them. Thank you. Goodbye.